Hello everyone, and now we're going to look at number 8. Now this is formatted slightly different than the other questions. It's asking for you to construct a complement of angle KMN. But if you remember what complementary angles are, it's just a pair of angles that make a 90-degree angle. So the easiest way to do this is going to be to just construct the perpendicular through M. All right, so if you can kind of picture what that would look like, it could go, whoopsie, that's not good. Let's try that again. It could go that way, right? So if I made that perpendicular, I hope you would see that this angle and this angle, those two angles combined, would add up to 90. And in fact, I could also go this way. And if that is 90, then this angle, wow, that's messy, but this angle in here plus the original angle would be complementary. Those two would add up to 90 as well. So either way would work. So we're just going to essentially do a construction of a perpendicular, which we've seen in a few different ways. This is just a different way of doing it, a different way of kind of thinking about it. So I'm actually going to choose the second one just because I like that I've got all this white space down here to work with. But if you went up this way, it'll work the same way. Also, I like to sort of get you out of the habit of thinking it always has to be up and down and straight across your paper, so oriented that way. But if you need to turn your paper so it's oriented in a way that makes sense for you, totally fine, nothing wrong with that. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do in order to make this perpendicular is I'm going to need to extend. I'm going to need to extend KM there. I'm going to need to extend that in the other direction so that I've got some room to work with on the other side of M. So I'm just going to extend that a little bit. Always an appropriate thing to do in a construction, nothing wrong with that. All right, and now I'm going to go ahead and spin my compass around a little bit there. Whoops, having some trouble. Here we go. I'm going to put my center right on M because I know that's what I want. I want to go through. I'm going to pick an arbitrary radius. I'm going to make that arc. And that arc. That's too much. Don't really need all that. So just to keep things neat, I'm having a little trouble with my compass here. Whoopsie. Let's try that again. Sorry, folks. Here we go. Okay, so that one, and I got that one. And again, I'm going to put my center on one of those, and I'm going to open my compass up a little bit wider, make that arc, and I'm going to make the same radius arc. So I'm going to keep my compass at the same radius, put my center on the other intersection point on the line, find that intersection. Okay, and again, this is just like some of the other perpendicular constructions that we've done before. And now that I've got my second aiming point, I had M, and now I've got this one, I can go ahead and use my straight edge to make my perpendicular. And now effectively what I've done is constructed this angle here, this angle here, is a complement of angle KMN. So I've done what the problem asked me to do.